I want to talk about the head that was wounded unto death. In Revelation chapter 13, says a lot of people believe that the head that was wounded unto death is talking about as Germany, but it's not so. So, because Germany was healed in 1989, and Germany got back together, because when the Berlin Wall came down in 1989, it's talking about that's what the head that got wounded and it's got back together. And the head was healed in 1989. But this beast government didn't show up until 2001. The first was like a lion, it had eagle wing. That's when Bush said he was going to go to war after the Twin Tower came down in 2001. That's when the beast showed up. That's when the United States went to war in Britain. See, this man be lying to you. Talking about the head that got wounded. It was Germany. But it's not so. The head that got wounded is not wounded yet. The head that's got wounded is the leopard. You can read is one of the head in the leopard. We just in the first and the second beast. The United States and Britain and Russia, the bear. Now, you read like in verse 2, it says, Revelation 13 and verse 2, it says, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard. See, it was like unto a leopard. You go back in Daniel, you will see the leopard that had 4 heads in Daniel. It's saying the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. See that the leopard will have to be ruling the world of all 4 of them. See, there's going to be the Vatican in it, and probably China, and Britain, and Russia. See, the false prophet from the Vatican can be ruling too. There'll be 4 of them. After the United States home will be broken. You see, this is what a lot of people can't see. See, in verse 3 says, and I saw one of his heads as it were wounded unto death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. See, and they're talking about it was Germany in 1989 when the Berlin Wall came down. But the beast haven't showed up yet. See, all that got to add up, it doesn't make sense. The beast showed up in 2001. And Bush said there was going to be one war and the Twin Tower came down. See, that's what I'm trying to show people. You have to think a little bit. Get the pieces all together. And you go in Daniel chapter 7, it will tell you, it's in Daniel chapter 7 and verse 4, it says, and the first was like a lion and had eagle wings. See, that's the United States and Britain. The Britain symbol is a lion. And the United States symbol is an eagle. See, it had eagle wings. I beheld until the wing thereof were plucked. I mean, it's going to be plucked up. You see, it's going to be broken. See, after they fight Iran. See, Bush is the first one that fight Iraq. Now they got to break those 2 horns. They say they're going to break the 2 horns, so they got Iran horn left to be broken. So Trump most likely going to break Iran horn. He's that mighty king. That's what stand over the Bible talked about in Daniel chapter 11 verse 3 on down. All right, in verse 5, and it's verse 4. I'm going to read over verse 4 and saying, the first was like a lion, it had eagle wings. I beheld until the wing thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth and made to stand up on their feet as a man, and a man heart is given unto it. You see now, America getting to have a man heart. They promoted homosexuality, human rights, and all that stuff, and all that's wrong. You know, and the people can't see. They promoted a homosexual, same-sex marriage, and all that. The Democrat done all that. I watched them for many years. The Republican always been against homosexuality and stuff. They promoted, took the women out of home to the Democratic. You know, talking about women right, equal rights and all that. They promoted all that. It destroyed the family. Now we don't have no family no more. Family is destroyed. That's why all them children being on drugs, going in a jailhouse and stuff like that, killing people and all that. This is what happened. Now we don't have no family. Family don't even sit around the table no more. Everybody go their own way. You know, the family is destroyed. That's what I'm trying to show, what the Democrat done to the people, and the people can't see. So-called offer you freedom. You know, there's no freedom without the Lord Jesus Christ. You know, just like Satan did the same thing. He offered Jesus Christ this kingdom of this world. They want Satan wanted him to bow down to him. You know, same thing like you're doing with these women. You know, offering on where you can have your little nice home, furniture, little house, iPad, iPhone, and all that. Look what you got now and all that stuff. All the time you're being destroyed. Then the man gonna put the mark of the beast out of you and make you sure enough a slave. See? Have you like for an animal. Put a chip in you. Track you everywhere you go, knowing what you're doing, just like an animal. But you can't see, you know, and you're still saying you're free, but then all the time you're slave. But in the third, and after this, like in verse 5, it said, and behold, another beast, a second, like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side. You see the bear, that's Russia, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it, and they said thus unto it, arrive, devour much flesh. See, Russia got devour much flesh. You destroy a lot of people. Russia have 3 ribs. Russia came in 2008. He was the second beast. The United States came in 2001. See, when the Twin Tower came down. But Russia came in 2008 when they took Georgia. In 2014, he took Ukraine. He took a part of Georgia, 20%. A lady said one morning on the news it took 20% of Georgia, and it took Ukraine, Crimea. That's a part of Ukraine. See, he said Crimea is a part of the Russian Federation. See, because Russia used to own, when they had the Soviet Union, they had owned those nations. That was part of the Soviet Union. And Russia considered that they're part of them. You know, like Ukraine and Georgia and stuff like that. See, that's what a lot of people don't get. They don't understand when the Bible says he had 3 ribs in his mouth. You know, God, in the beginning, God took a rib from a man and created a woman. And a woman is part of the man. See, that's what Russia is saying. Georgia is part of Russia, and Ukraine is part of Russia. Maybe using another nation, or maybe this could be Syria, because you're in Syria right now. You probably maybe won't get out of Syria. So, or you might take another nation, but I know Georgia is one and Ukraine is one now. The Bible says he had 3 ribs in his mouth. It's like a part of those nations, not all of it. You know, that's what it means. And verse 6, it says, after this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. the beast had also 4 heads. See, it had 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. Authority was given to it. See, it's the 4 head. That's the leopard. You know, that's what I was talking about in Revelation. One of the head and the leopard was wounded unto death. It could be the Vatican, or it could be, you know, China, or Russia, or Britain. Could be either. I don't know which one, but it said one of the head that was wounded unto death. His deadly wound was healed. One of them gonna get maybe shot or something, or sick unto death. But he's gonna get healed. That's what it means. And people talking about it was Germany in 1989 when Germany got back together. You know, the beast haven't showed up yet in 1989. The beast started in 2001. When the Twin Tower, the whole world was watching. The Twin Tower came down. All the nation was watching, looking at that. Everybody seen that. I was looking at that. That was the sign of the end time that started from that point. And people be talking about things from World War I, World War II, and all that. That's when the seal was opened up, when the Twin Tower came down. Then the trumpet sound, Bush said there could be war. See, a lot of people can't see that, can't get it. Hell, that's why when the first trumpet sound was hail, fire mingled with blood. You see, we have stormy weather, we have hail, and then we have summer and winter, the land be burning with fire, trees, fire in all parts of the world, in America too. You know, we have bloodshed, children killing one another, then we having war. You know, bloodshed was cast upon the earth. Hail, fire mingled with blood was cast upon the earth. I mean, it was thrown upon the earth. And this is what we see now. You know. All right. Like I said, in Revelation 13:3, it says, I saw one of his head as it were wounded unto death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast. All the world will be wondering after the beast. That haven't happened yet, because we're just in the first and the second beast. When you get to the United States, home will be broken, then we're going to get into the third beast, and the third beast will rule a while. And after the third beast rule around, one of the 10 horn will show up, then one of those head out of the Vatican, the false prophet will come out from the third beast and get with the 10 kings. He'll give power unto the 10 kings. And he gonna pluck out them other 3 beasts who he was with, like Russia and China, you know, Britain. See, you gotta pluck them up, you know. The 10 horn will be ruling the world after that, until the end time. Then he gonna come against and fight one another at the end time. It'll be a battle of Armageddon. Russia. All right, this is all what I have for y'all today. I just wanted to let y'all know. This man be lying to you, talking about the head that was wounded unto death was Germany. But the head that will be wounded unto death is one of those 4 head in the leopard. You're going to get sick unto death, just like Isaiah got sick unto death, or maybe shot. You know, and they're going to be healed, going to recover. All right, this is all I have for y'all today. May thank y'all, and may God bless y'all and give y'all wisdom.